Turtle Toys TV, where I review toys from the vintage 1988 to 1997 Playmates toy line. This video is a review of the original Michelangelo from 1988. Before we get started, I would like to talk about the turtles as a whole. Each of the turtles have their own color green, facial expressions, head bandana tied in a different place on their head, and feet positions. Basic things to consider if you want to start collecting. First, does the figure stand? Second, how does the figure look? And third, does the figure have all their accessories? If you look at each one of the Ninja Turtles' feet, you will see that they all have one flat foot and one foot that's angled. So this is Donatello. If you look at Leonardo, he's also got that angled foot and flat foot. Michelangelo, one flat foot, one angled. And then Raphael, he is the only one of the original four that have both flat feet. Since Raphael's feet are both flat, he is the easiest to stand. You don't have to really worry about positioning his legs too much. Now we'll take a closer look at his paint and see if there's any scratches on him. So when you look, you can see that he's got a little bit of paint missing here on his knee pad. Some scratch there. He's got some stuff on the bottom of his feet. On his chest, he's got some scratches. If you look at the top of his head, his bandana is missing some paint here. Again, his elbow pad's missing some paint. The back of his knee bends, they just didn't paint it all. So this figure isn't as in great shape as Michelangelo. The 1988 Playmates figures all came with a weapons rack. And the weapons rack actually had all of the accessories attached to them, and you would just break them off. 2 turtle daggers. 2 Chinese stars. And 1 comma. Since we are talking about Raphael today, he also came with 2 size. And then they came standard with their own belt. Raphael's has a yellow R. Each one of the turtles has a yellow initial on the front belt. Some of the turtle figures made in later years have their initial in a different color. Raphael's belt will hold his 2 sides in the front, and on the back, he's the only turtle that has a spot for the turtle dagger. He's also the only Ninja Turtle that has his weapons in the front. All the others store their weapons in the back. The weapons rack can also be used as a way to store their extra accessories. Now I want to talk about some of his basic movement features. At his head, it pivots left and right. His arms both move at each shoulder. His hands can move side to side. And his legs, they move to pivot to help with his standing. Another thing to note about the 1988 line, they came in a hard head like Raphael here. It doesn't squeeze or anything. It's made of the same material as his body, and a soft head. Only soft head I have is Shredder, and you can tell because his head squeezes. It's kind of like a real rubbery type material. These were actually the first ones that were created, and then after they started mass production, they came out with the hard head. I hope you have enjoyed this review of the 1988 Playmates Michelangelo figure brought to you by Turtle Toys TV. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.